Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Greg Tech. So, I've been doing a little bit more work here. This is actually the concrete I had spoke of, and it gives you a nice speed boost to run along. Of course, I'm not sure if it's going to save me any time because I got to turn this corner, so it might have been more prudent to make it straight across like that. And I've run out of gravel. Basically, you bake gravel, and it turns into concrete. Now, there is a lot of gravel right up here. It's very plentiful. Also, between episodes, I did a lot more exploring. Like, this is a crazy biome generation. You see, we have all of these fungal islands all over the place. It's rather inconvenient. And then there's tainted lands, magical forests, but there's really no deserts until you get right here. This is the only desert I've found. I did finally find some ocean, and I boated around there because it's a lot quicker to explore with. But there's nothing. But then you get right here, and this is a boneyard, which should only be generated in the Nether. Some reason it's here above ground. It's got some really interesting spawns down here. There's like 2 or 3 blaze spawners right next to each other. There's lava slime spawners. Not sure if I want to exploit that or not. That seems kind of like a bug. I don't know. Maybe we can do something with it, but yeah, I don't know. It might be interesting to see what we could come up with over there. As for this episode, I think what we're going to do is start playing with the Steve's carts, just because we need it. We need it pretty bad. Well, I guess we don't need it pretty bad. We need... I want to do it. How's that for reasons? So I've got pretty much everything we need already made up, and there's actually a dungeon right underneath my base that I got some tracks from, and there's a few over that way as well that I've happened to stumble upon. So I've got everything we need. We've got the cargo manager, which is going to do the loading and unloading of the cart that we've built previously. There's this external distributor. Now, I'm not sure if we really need this. Basically, this allows you to pipe things into the cargo manager without doing it directly on the cargo manager. So I don't know. We might need that. I don't know. And then the advanced detector rails, basically you place them around the cargo manager and the cart will stop at these rails and perform whatever operation it needs to. So I think that's all we need. And you know, I've played with Steve's carts briefly in the past, and I think I used it. I don't remember what I used it for. It might have been a tree farm. So we'll see if I can remember how this goes. So we basically want to utilize these 3 sides. We need to offload things, basically wood. We need to load up saplings, and we need to load up fuel for the engine. So I think 3 sides is good enough, and then I mean, I don't want to spend too much resources on this, so I think we can get away with it like this. And I'm not sure what the optimal range would be, because as it goes along the track, it's going to plant saplings. So obviously you want to have it far enough apart to where it can plant rows of saplings on each side. So we'll do this. We'll see what we get. Hopefully not blown up or anything. I don't think Steve's carts blow up, but you know, could be wrong. So that should do us. Let's plop this guy here, and then I think yeah, you are. Right, here's a manager. Okay, let's maybe on top. Nah, there we go. Okay, so basically this allows you to configure what's going on with each side. So I don't know if we need that. I'm not sure what we want to do. So let's see. let's do green. We'll unload from storage slots. So basically we'll take what's in the storage slots of the cart and bring it into the cargo manager. And then on the blue side we will load up saplings, I guess. I gotta remember how continue along after. That's fine, because the problem is if there's, you know what, this will unload extra saplings. It'll pick up saplings to reuse. Maybe we don't need to load in saplings, so that might be good. So let's take red here, and let's take red and we'll switch it to, oh, there it was, engine. We will transfer to the engine, and so this will be coal. This will be our output for wood. And then I don't think we need either of these guys. Maybe we don't need this one. Let's get rid of it, and we'll stick it back there if we need it. Bam, and there we go. So, it's getting dark. Nah, I think it's reasonably safe. I got this nice little gold chest here, and we want to, so green is going to put into here. So I think green side. Green is from cart. Yeah, I gotta remember how this all goes. Okay, well, that did something. I don't know what it did. Alright, well, let's get this working, I guess, and we'll sweat the details later. I don't know if this is actually going to work. So insert, extract. I wonder if it's referring to like the quadrant here, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so let's, and it's nighttime, so this guy isn't going to do anything really. So let's sleep until morning. Then I gotta go run and get some saplings. I think we'll use willow wood because the sapling drop rate is impressive. Cool. I like that. Now will you move forward? Then we're gonna, repair this tool with diamonds. Yikes. I wonder what we're gonna do with that. Okay. Anywho, so it looks like he's off and running. That's a good thing. There we go. And off he goes. So that's running at least. Let's get some saplings and load her up and grab some coal. Basically the coal engine, I mean, once we get this automated we can put charcoal in there. So basically my idea is to use excess saplings to fuel burning the wood, and that should hopefully give us kind of a free method of getting charcoal. You know what, I don't have any, do I have any charcoal? Yes, I do have charcoal. Nice. I think the more difficult part's going to be the figuring out how to get the stuff out of here. And then once we have this going, we're going to have to figure out a way to get the charcoal over there and possibly bring the charcoal back over here, so split it out. Because I don't know, maybe we could build a railcraft blast furnace or steam pressure, whatever, thing that generates steam. Hey, you, come here. Let's throw some... Oh, that was fuel. Nope. Hey, cool, you can fuel it with saplings. That's nice. Alright, are you planting anything? This is where we get to find out if I need like a special attachment for planting. And it just transferred saplings out. That's great. And it's putting saplings in the fuel area. So, let's see. All slots. That's certainly not what we want. Is there a way to disable it? Well, it would be the red one, wouldn't it? This should be transfer to engine saplings, and this is unloading. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so we want saplings to go to the cart. So basically this will unload everything, and then this will load back in just saplings. So maybe we do want that guy there. Yes. So we should be able to put them in here then, and it will grab them. We want it on that side. So did that do... No, it put it in the coal engine. I don't want it to go to the coal engine. Currently saplings. Change slot layout. Currently all slots... Oh. Ah! Yes, that's what we want. Okay, so now... so he's going to put the storage here, and then we can pull this out, green, and green is going to be the bottom right. Right? Anyway, I think that would work. So let's see. We want our saplings in here, and... transfer to cart, saplings. Yeah, that's not going. Let's see. Come here, you. Take my saplings. Ah, not in there. And there it went and transferred to saplings. Ah. Yes, this will be annoying. Ow! Hey! So it should load the saplings to the cart. Apparently this is going to be a little bit more of a struggle than I had thought. Let me take a look at this and come back when I've got this operational, and then I'll let you guys in on how it's done. So we'll be right back. Alright, so I finally got it working. So I think what I was missing is these willow trees, they're exotic trees, and in Steve's carts it's a completely separate so let's see, tree exotic. So there's this add-on that allows you to plant exotic trees. So I had to create that, and since I was at it, I added a little more storage to it, just in case we want to make this a lot bigger. But you know, while I was doing this, it occurred to me, hey, we should use Thaumcraft golems. It might be less resource intensive, because you know, we're going to need to repair these drills as we go, unless we make the Galgadorian woodcutter, which is certainly an option if we want to stick with the tech stuff. Let's see, but it's going to be very expensive. So if we take a look at this, it's going to require a Galgadorian metal, right? and we get that from a lump of Galgador, which is made with a block of diamond, stabilized metal, which also requires diamonds and obsidian. So we're going to need a lot of diamonds to get an unbreakable wood core. I don't feel like I have that many diamonds yet, so I'm not sure that this is a good idea to try and go that way. And I need apparently more vacuum hoppers. There's some random saplings that are getting dropped here, so I probably need to run some vacuum hoppers probably along here every so often with some stuff to pipe it back in, just to be 100% effective. So how this works, and it worked pretty much the way I thought. So you're transferring to the cart saplings, and this is where your saplings go, and taking the inventory out, and then this guy is what I'm piping into and out of. So if you look at this, the green side is our storage, right? So we want green to green. Basically that means this green maps to this green. So this green maps to the cargo manager green, and we're going to take it from the cart. I'm not exactly sure what from and to cart mean, and I'll explain why. So when you look at the saplings, it's blue, right? But the blue side is over here, and I don't want it to get in the way. So what I wanted to do is remap blue to this yellow side. So if you look at this, we're saying on the Exchanger distributor, the yellow side maps to the blue side of the cargo manager, and this is from the cart. So basically what this will do is take any stray saplings that we picked up with the vacuum hopper and stick it back in here in the blue side. So basically this will fill up with saplings, and then basically this will start filling up with saplings. So it's a pretty good system. I feel like it'll work for us in the short term. The second part we need to do here is hook up a method of cooking this, and my idea was to use that production table, but in order to do that, I think we're going to have a couple more upgrades to it, and I might just move this one temporarily until I can get a better setup. We could use Botania with the Endoflames. They have a flower that will basically power a vanilla furnace, but I think we might want to go with this guy. And in order to do that, we're going to need some things. Steve's workshop. I think we need enables auto transfer to and from the table. I think we need an auto transfer upgrade. Input queue adds an input queue. We might need that. We don't need an auto crafter, so what do we need to do? Ooh, we got gold. Actually, I found a bunch of gold when I was exploring around, so I think we're okay there. We can actually make that. And we need the, what did we think? Input queue, huh? Let idle components charge up for later. That might be a good one. Input queue. Oh, input queue is not too bad. And actually that's not too bad. I guess we can play around with this. So let me get these upgrades. And one of the things I noticed is if you hold shift, you can find out how many of these will stack. So this says, you can have 8 of these at a time. Fuel efficiency is 4. Auto transfer doesn't stack well, means you only need 1. So let me go ahead and make up some of these upgrades and get this table squared away, and then I'll be back and we'll hook her up. All right, and we're back. So the problem we had here was the willow. Basically, these willow logs, they won't burn into charcoal. So that was kind of the issue. I know I said I'd do this on camera, but Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out why these Ender IO conduits weren't piping the wood in, and yeah, that turned out to be the issue. So I've replaced it with oak wood, which is working really well. We're getting in quite a bit of charcoal, so I guess the exotic upgrade on here, it didn't do anything. It didn't help us out. So what I did here to automate this, if we look at the upgrades, basically all we really needed was this auto transfer. All the other upgrades that I was looking at, they're not really helping us out much. So what we have here, as far as configuration, basically we have all of our furnaces set to input. Oops, and this is, if you see here, there's a select mode that gives you a detailed, it allows you to do this in much more detail. So each of these furnaces are pulling in from the left side. They're auto transferring, so you know it'll pull in all of these. Now in order to evenly distribute across all these furnaces, we needed the auto transfer basically. I'd originally had the Ender IO conduit running directly into the production table, but it was only filling up one furnace, so it's a lot more efficient in this configuration. We have, you know, a bunch of apples being generated now, which, you know, we'll take it. But yeah, I went ahead and upgraded these barrels so they'll void anything that, you know, anything extra, so this stuff doesn't back up. I also put a I put a B-Space upgrade on here, and put my other barrel over in our Botania garden there, so we should be ready for phase 2 of the Botania garden. One of the issues with this external distributor is it's losing its configuration each time the world loads up, or each time, you know, it unloads the chunk. Basically this whole piece here, it goes away. So I have to come back over here, set this back up, and then place a block so these update and reconnect. Pretty annoying, but you know, it is what it is. I think we might go ahead and get started. Maybe get some golems to do this, because that's going to be an issue. I did take some cactuses here and get a little cactus farm set up with a vacuum chest from Ender IO. Works really well. Basically, when these guys grow up, they'll break because they're next to the chest, and the chest will suck them in, so works pretty good. The other issue we're going to have is it's really burning through that diamond, or through the wood cutting core. Let's come over here and see what we're at now. Oh yeah, we're at 71%, so I'm going to have to repair these eventually. I also switched from using saplings to power the production table to just having it pull in the charcoal. We still make more than we consume, so that's always a plus. And if you look in here, fuel slot is set to, you know, automatically pull from the right side, so we're all good on that. I think what we'll do between episodes is I'll go ahead and get something set up to utilize this charcoal over in our Botania area, and maybe next episode we'll try and get our first TerraSteel made. I believe I have everything I need for it, and if I get the Endo Flames set up the way I want, we should have plenty of mana, plenty of excess mana. So yeah, probably the episode after that. Do I have my Lux? Yeah. I don't know if we want to try and get into this Alphomancy and make this. I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, we'll need TerraSteel. It doesn't look like it's going to be particularly difficult, really. Add mana pools, place natural pylons. There's a substantial amount of mana deposited in both the pools to open up. After that, so it looks like we have enough. Basically, I think we'll have
enough stuff here once we get the Terra Steel going to actually create the portal, and then there's a bunch of interesting things we can get from that. If we look at just mana spreaders, there is this Elven mana spreader. I think you get that from doing this stuff, and then there's this Gaia mana spreader, which requires a lot more interesting stuff. So yeah, I think if we get better mana spreaders and stuff, we'll really be able to expand out the mana generation, and we'll have tons of mana coming in to turn into Redstone Flux. So I think this is where we'll end the episode. Leave a like or subscribe, and have a good one, guys.